Hey guys, today we have our second part in our three-part face-off series with the Dual 2 CEO and the CEO 2. We've already done the Dual 2, so we are going to be moving on to the CEO. Let me bring up some of the stats. You can get this for $75 online. It's 4.9 ounces, which is pretty light compared to a lot of other heads, and it's mainly used for face-offs at this point, but it was really meant to be an overall head for pretty much anyone to use. For this stringing, I'm going to be using East Coast Dyes mesh, just semi-soft Hero Mesh, and then I will have 4 sidewall strings, one of which is optional, so you only really need 3. I'll be using 1 shooter string, which you might not even really need because it's kind of whippy, and then a bottom string. So we will get into the tutorial. Okay, we are going to start on the top string, which if you are doing one of those optional strings will take 2, but if you're not doing the optional string, then it will only take 1. So we'll put this one to the side later, and I'll explain what to do with that optional string when we get to it. So you're going to need your mesh and your string. So to prepare your mesh, stretch it all out. Mine's already stretched out because I already tried this to test it out. So you're going to want to find the side that has the 9 diamond row on top. So you can count across 9 diamonds. Mine has 9 diamonds on top. So now what you're going to want to do is grab that 9 diamond row and fold it over onto the next 9 diamond row. Just like that. So that looks like one row that you can string with. Okay, now it is time to string the top string. I like to string my heads from the middle. You can choose to do it from the sides, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to show you how to do it from the middle. So you are going to grab 2 ends, fold it sort of in half. You might want to put a little bit more on one side than the other because one side's going to have to travel further. So that's what I'm going to do. It's a little tricky to handle though. So what you're going to want to do is start on the 4th hole in on your mesh right there. Go ahead and put that in there and leave a loop right here. Then oops, it's falling. You're going to want to go under the plastic. So I'm going to put 1 through at a time under the plastic on this middle left hole of the CEO. There we go. I got it under there. Sorry if that was a little hard to see. Now we're going to put it through that hole that we made and pull that tight. And you've made your first loop. And hopefully this left side is a little longer than the right side because it has to travel further over here. Just so that you have enough length, just in case. It should be okay though. So now we are going to travel to the right to start with. We start by going through the front of the plastic. We're going to be going through this first hole over here. So go through the front of that plastic, leave a loop right there. Go through the bottom of the mesh and up through that loop right there. Pull that tight, pull everything tight. Okay, so now you're going to go back through that diamond, leave a loop right here. Right there. You are going to go under the plastic and down and through, and you pull it tight, and you have your second knot. Now we're going to tie off on this side. So how we're going to do that is we're going to go through the front of this first diamond. Pull that tight if you want. Then if you look over here, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3 to the third one, third hole there. We're going to go through the inside of that. Go ahead and pull back over onto that diamond, that same diamond, and back through that same third hole. You should, theoretically, pull everything tight. You should have knotted that down right there. Now you're going to want to knot it. Try to get your knots tight, doing the double anchor knot. They're a little tough to do. Okay, that's close enough. I'll probably come back and tighten that later. But if you repeat the same steps on the next side, going from this hole to this hole and tying off on the third hole down over here, you should have the other half of the top string completed. And if you want to use the extra string, that is going to be a triangle top string, which I have a tutorial on in the description below. So once you finish with this top string here, and if you want to use the extra string to kind of just pull everything tighter, that tutorial will be in the description below, and you can follow that with any head you want and figure out how to do the triangle top string, which will be what this optional string is for. You don't have to do it, but if you really want to, go ahead. And I will see you guys back for the sidewall. Okay, so we are going to start the sidewall strings since we have finished the top string now. You can see that I did the triangle top string on top. You didn't have to do the triangle, but if you did, good for you. It's kind of tough. Okay, so to start the sidewall string, we're going to have 2 strings. I'm going to put this one to the side for now. We're going to start with this first sidewall hole. Pull all the way through. Then we're going to find our first 10 diamond hole, which is right here. We're going to go under that and pull through there. Then go through the outside of the 4th hole down, 4th sidewall hole. Leave this loop here. Go under that same 10 diamond hole and through and around and through that loop that you left. And there you go. That's your first knot. So now we're going to repeat those steps under the next 10 diamond hole, through the outside of the next hole down, leave a loop right there, under, make sure you're pulling everything tight, and through and around that outside hole. The tighter you pull things, the better your head is going to be. Now, we're going to do that one more time, or I guess 2 more times, but one more time with the same hole pattern. So we're going to go through the next hole yet again. Leave that loop there, under, again make sure you're pulling everything tight, and around. There you go. Okay, so now we're basically going to do the same thing, but only a little bit different. We are going to skip a hole. So instead of going to the next hole down, we're going to go to the one below that. So go under the next 10 diamond row as usual, and skip a hole, go down through the next one, leave a loop again, and go around and through that loop just like before. Okay, now it's really going to change up. We are going to start doing singles, and we are going to do those by, so you go under that, and then So under that 10 diamond row, and then we're going to go under the next 10 diamond row. Just like that. You pull those tight. And then, if you see the next outside hole, you're just going to go under and through there and pull it all tight. And that is that. Now, you're going to do a single. So you go under the next 10 diamond row. Pull that tight. And then you're going to go through the outside and pull it tight again. Now, we are going to do that same thing, going under for a single, except we are going to skip a hole on the outside. So instead of going for this hole, we're going to go for the next one. And pull that tight. Now, one more. Go under the next mesh hole, and then through the next sidewall hole, pull tight. And now it is time for us to tie off. So with our string here, we're going to find the next 10 diamond row, go through the top of that, and then we're going to go through the bottom hole right there, the 16th hole, I believe. So we're going to go through the inside of that hole. And then we will just tie that off right there as it is. Let me do that real quick. It's kind of hard to show on camera. Okay, just made the knot. There we go. There's the double anchor knot that I have made, and it's all tight. Now, to do the other side, all you have to do is mirror these instructions, so you can go back and rewatch them again, or you can just copy it from this side. And I will see you guys for the bottom string and the shooter strings. Okay, so now we are going to do the bottom string and the top string after we finish the sidewalls. So, where we are going to do our bottom string is on the 10 diamond row that we tied off right here. So we're going to find our third hole in right here. We are going to go up that, down the next hole, up the hole after that, down the next one, up the next one after that, and finally down the hole that is 3 from the right side. And now that we have those, we are going to look at these middle two. We are going to stick our right side through the left hole. We are going to stick our left side through the right hole. And we will tie off with a square knot. However tight you want that, it's really your preference. Let's see. It's probably good right there. And there we go. That is tied off at the bottom. Now we can move on to our shooter string. So we are going to do our shooter string on the third 9 diamond row. 1, 2, 3. So that'd be this row right here. So let's start that. So we will start with putting our shooter string through that first 9 diamond hole. Then we will make sure it's evened out. There we go, as you can see, it's evened out. And we will go over with this one, through that same hole. With that side of the string, we'll go over. Make sure you're laying it out all straight. It's going to be hard to show on camera, but I will do my best. We're going to go in over-under fashion. So we'll go over, under, on, go through. Let me redo that one because I did that wrong. Pull that on out. Let me re-show you guys that. Okay, so this one, this back string, is going to be going under. This string right here, the one on this side, will go over. And we will repeat that as we go on. So I'll put this one under this one. Then this one will, oh, wrong hole. This hole. Just follow the 9 diamond row. It's kind of hard to show you on camera. And under. And try to keep it straight. I'm not doing the best right now. And over. Then back under. Just follow that roll. Over. And we will go under. This is not the ideal way to do it, but this is the way I will show you on camera. There are plenty of other ways how to do it. If you look them up online, just look up how to tie a shooter string on your stick. This is the way that is easiest to show on camera. Under, over. We're going to want this loose because the string is a little whippy. From my tests, at least. It all depends on preference, really. But I would like this loose, personally. And we'll go under and over one last time. Come on. This last hole is a little tricky to get through. And over that one, and then we will be done with our sidewall string and ready to tie off. So I punch this out a little bit, make sure it is nice and loose. So let's tie that off in a square knot, like so. And boom, you are officially done with your CEO2 stringing. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions about the video, feel free to put them in the comments below. And if you have any other video ideas or other stringing jobs that you'd like me to do, you can also ask me to do those, and I'll try my best to get back to you guys on those. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys another time.